Hello and welcome back to Divide and Conquer version 4, and where we left off, it was the end of Dunland on the last episode, and I have gone ahead and played several turns. I think we were about turn 78, 79 when I took Beirig. I've played about 10 turns and brought all of our forces from the north, retrained a lot of them, and sent them south, but as you can see, Isengard have preemptively attacked us, so I was marshalling forces in the north, and I've had to have a couple of small skirmishes with them up here, just to make sure that they back off while I move on Bregnas. I was moving Lord Tremac south, Conqueror of Dunlarach, into Boulogne to take that, and the Isengard forces have launched a pretty major invasion, but without generals, into Carras, and they actually took it from us. I did a fair amount of damage. I did manage to kill about a half stack with the garrison that I had in there. It wasn't the greatest garrison, but it was a few javelin units with some bow units, so we put up a bit of a fight. We killed more than we lost, but it did fall. So I am using Chieftain Hirak, where is he? Yeah, Chieftain Hirak here to re-siege it down and hopefully take that back. But in the meantime, they were moving north and they did lay this fort under siege. So I sent this general, or at the time he was a captain, south with some units to just relieve that siege, and we killed a small group which I think retreated. I think this is them there that I took out. But unfortunately, Captain Frukul is coming to attack us, and, well, as you can see, it's near enough 1-to-1. But they've got a slight advantage in that their units are slightly better and slightly better experienced. Units that I'm particularly worried about. They have a little bit of mobility with the wargs. The Spear Guard have a pretty good stat line, like equivalent. I mean, these are their sort of middle tier. And 19 I think is better than pretty much everything we've got here, and better than some of our elite units. And then the Orc Bane Guard 15 and 9 is pretty good with the effective against armour. So I mean, the good news is we don't really have much armour, so I can just put something in front of these guys and watch them chop them to pieces. The Raiders I'm a bit worried about because they're just pretty solid, but they're not, you know, astounding. But they don't have many archers. And these guys will fall to archer fire relatively quickly as well. So, I don't know. I think this is one that we can probably turn around, because we've got a decent amount of javelins that I can put on the flanks. I can put a very compact, like, formation together, and then fling that formation around the flanks, I think. That's going to be the best way to do this. But let's jump on in. The other benefit is we have a general and they don't, and I think favourable terrain when they're coming to us. I've enjoyed the clans campaign, but I think it's starting to come to an end. I'm going to sort of finish off the main content, so to speak. Speaking of which, we've got a lovely hill over here that I can't really take full advantage of. So I think this one looks... yeah, I'm happy with this. This is a decent enough position. Let's form up. Sort of like so. Well, actually, would we be better forming up over here? You know what? This might be a better spot. Let's go over here. Right, so we have a decent force of sort of basic archers. And we've got enough infantry to screen those 4 units quite nicely, which is good. That's always sort of the pivotal thing. I only need enough infantry to just screen my units. And then we'll form you in the centre just to keep the general protected, because it's important that he keeps our morale together. Now, I'm going to put the cavalry in this forest, and we'll have the cav act as a little bit of a flanking force. They're not, you know, they're not good, but, you know, maybe we can use them as a bit of a basic sort of help sort of system. You know what, let's move the line just slightly back, because There's just a little bit more of a... yeah, a hill spot right there. And I can use the javelin men from their sort of... yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. And then when the time comes, if they do attack us, we can hopefully sort of... hopefully I can nicely form them up like this. So let's... once I've done this, let's just have a look at how the formation lines up. So they've got a very good field of fire. Could be actually a little bit better, couldn't it? We're going to probably move up a little bit, just so it gives the archers a chance to move up a tad. Let's get you all up to here then. Yeah, because we want them to crest the hill. Hey, happy days, look at that. So because we are hidden, that gives us a little bit of an advantage in relation to how we set up. So let's just swing the flanks around a tad. Don't know why my audio keeps cutting out on my speaker system. It's something I've struggled with for a while and I have no idea what causes it. If you ever wonder what that clicking sound, that's me playing around with the speakers because they cut out while I have headphones plugged in. And I don't know why that happens. Alright, everyone run. All get into position because you all move very fast. And then I'm going to form you guys into a shield wall relatively soon, I think. We march together. Okay. So, as I say, ideally we want to try and just protect the flank a little bit. Now, you guys are in the forest over here. Let's just see if... can I move you... yeah, we can move you around the flank. Right, they can see them, so I might as well sort of try and get them out of the way. Okay. So it's an interesting formation, we'll call it. Wash him away. For the forest. Yeah, it's not the best angle. Okay, so we need to reposition slightly because they're sort of coming in this sort of direction. Now, you guys can still maintain your position over here. I'm going to take you off guard mode though, and then I'm going to bring the Angrim Raiders a little bit around. Now, you guys probably have a bit of a better angle. Yeah, you do. So, it's really this group over here that need to crest the hill a little bit more. Let's just, yeah, let's have you guys about face a little bit. So, we know that we're sort of pulling up to about there. Let's have you guys pull up. And then let's have you guys also sort of stagger your... that's still not a great spot, is it? You guys might actually be better off served going more like that. Make it so. Oh, and yeah, the general. General. Because your javelins are quite important. And I'm going to keep these guys firing. I don't understand why you're arcing. You should be able to make those shots. shoot the archers, please. They are desperately trying to get around the flank. Let's see if we can dissuade that with the cavalry. Yeah, so looks like our archers are having a pretty decent toll on their own archers. Yeah, shoot those ones, please. You guys go for the raiders, I think. You're in range of the archers as well. Might as well try and just bring them down a little bit. Right, let's push up. Because they look like they're coalescing into some form of front line now. And then let's bring up the archers a little bit just to get them slightly more favourable positions. And because our units move quite fast, there's one thing I've quite liked about playing Enedwaith, actually, is the units do sort of move up quite quickly. I wish we had sort of... So if we can charge the wargs, that would be good. Or the archers, actually. Don't know, that's a tough one. Right, so they should be coming into range now. Yeah. Just open fire, please. And then I want you guys to sort of reform like that. And I want our javelin men to just fling them. Right, the Vanguard, we can't afford to let them get into combat with us. So we need to pull back a little bit over here. And then let our cavalry, I think, yeah, run into them. Then we need to attack the Vanguard and wipe them out. And then bring up the raiders, the Angrim raiders, like this. And you know what? I am going to take them out of Shield Wall. Purely because this flank needs to just sort of move around a tad. The AI is desperate. Let's go over here and then see if I can't get them to sort of replace these guys. And the archers have managed to get hit by our cavalry, who will hopefully just do a little bit of decent enough damage. Yeah, hit the raiders if you'd be so kind, General. We could, very well lose this battle because we are just a little bit outclassed. I mean, we have killed 11% already, so the archers are slowly making the impact that we need them to. It's just it's taking a lot more time than ideally we would want it to. Yeah, and we need these guys realistically to hold off a good few units by themselves. Right, so the archers now are in prime position to take out that unit as a U. Oh, they got the... I like the volley of javelins just sort of arcing in the sky there. That's cool. Yeah, and they really hit that blob. Let's just take a note of how many kills that got. That got a lot. Okay, so they did catch these guys, which isn't great. Come on, hurry up. We need you to take the position of those guys, please. Right, come on. Fling them. That wasn't a full... That was pathetic. The Angrim Raiders there completely wigged out on that animation and didn't do what they were meant to do. So that's useful. That's great. Right, the cavalry has well and truly just absolutely hit our flank. Commit an extra unit over there. And then we want to try and pull out these guys around the flank. Alright, pull you guys back. Right, will you throw your javelins? That's the question. No, you won't. You will let me get around the flank. Right, shoot the raiders, please. Right, so we've beaten a couple of units there with our archers, effectively. Now, we can let these guys throw some javelins, and we can let these guys... Do you have a good angle? Yeah, if we can kill the captain, we might be able to make them run.
We march together.
Right, we need these guys to pull out a little bit as well, to be honest. And then shoot into there.
Raiders.
Right, something's just broken through there. Right, the Angrim Raiders aren't putting up enough of a fight there, to be honest. We're just struggling. And I am sorry, it's a really windy day, but it's so hot in the UK at the moment that I do not want to close the windows. Because it will be hell. Right, keep firing. Yeah, we are bringing them down. 30 for 45 isn't too bad, and our spear wall is holding quite nicely against the spear guard. I just don't know whether or not we're going to have the ammunition, actually, to sort of handle business here. Ah, but these guys have managed to break free, so we might be able to throw them around. Right, you guys, I'm going to take off that, and you're going to skirmish away from them. And I'm going to use the river scouts to try and take out them. Because they'll delay them long enough to give my archers more time to open fire. Right, please shoot there. No, you need to keep actually firing here. And then maybe if you guys, from your angle, have you got any good targets? no, not really. What about over in that direction? If I moved you up to here, you'd have a few better targets. Right, our general can fling some javelins. And then I think you should shoot the spear guard now.
Enedwaith will be free. We march together.
Come on, fling a proper charge. Our ragtag assortment of infantry is having the desired effect at the moment. It is doing its job. Right, the Angrim Raiders broke, so that's not great. Right, you guys, about face. If you'd be so kind, about face. Right, open fire. Because the cavalry will just buy us enough time. We can pull them out before they rout. Oh, no you don't. Oh, crap. Okay. Right, that shut down that idea. Right, shoot the Reavers if you'd be so kind. And then I think we might have to pull this archer unit away. And then let this archer unit open fire. While our general... I don't know. Want to move him back a tad? Yeah, we'll move him back a little bit. And then let these guys keep using their javelins. Now, the crappy clansmen, if we had just maybe one more unit of them, we could have properly screened our skirmishers. But because we didn't have enough of them, you know, that's been sort of the pivotal failing, really. Are you opening fire? Yeah. And again... Right, take these guys off guard and let them skirmish. Right, the archers might actually turn that battle around, but we're collapsing on this flank. Apparently defeat seems almost certain. I can't argue with it. It's rather unfortunate. Let's see if we can't liquidate another Uruk-Hai group.
We march together. Lost half of our men.
Right, you can open fire over there. And hopefully just take out a few more. Right. We're losing our ground here. General, it's time to get you the hell out of Dodge, I think. Let's see if we can't get the general to, you know, survive this. Yeah, off we go. Now, you should have the magic withdraw button. And you know what we're gonna do? All of our archers, especially you guys, you're gonna run away. Halt. Why won't you run? Oh, shit. Well, if he's right by the red line, maybe he'll run of his own volition. Yeah, my general's running like a coward. But hey, look, we killed 68%. I mean, that's pretty decent, considering we were outclassed and they had an infantry spam and we had skirmishers. You know, at one point it looked like we would win, but we could have just done with one more unit of infantry. If we'd had one more unit of infantry, then I reckon we could have won this. Yeah, shoot the Reavers. Come on. Bows. Nook. Kill. Kill, kill, kill. It's our last competitive unit here. And they'll probably get another volley in. Right. But they'll be out of the battle soon enough. And speaking of being out of the battle, run, 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 General! Run! Please run. Look, no one's going to care if you run away. Run! Yes. Yes, he survived! Yes, well, you know what, I'll take that. It's not the greatest result in the world, but our economy was looking a little bit dodgy anyway, so 206 for them was great. The Angrim Raiders I'm disappointed with, I mean, the River Spearmen are just there to hold, so another unit of River Spears, or maybe another unit of Clansmen, and we probably would have turned that round. But, oh well, we'll take that loss for the amount of damage it did to that little satellite army they've got going on. At the end of the day, that army now won't be able to reinforce the battle at Karras, which is really the more pivotal one. So, we'll take that. That's not too bad. Also, I didn't mention this, but Chieftain Herrick has the most amazing bodyguard. It's triple gold. The general lived. That's all that matters. He's lived to fight another day, and he can get some reinforcements from Alkford and return when he's ready. And we're still sieging down Karras. It doesn't look like they're going to attack us, which is a little bit odd. They've got a massive stack if they pull all that together. Oh, there's a spider there. I don't want another commander. We've got enough. Okay, and we've got a lot of production. So we're at the point now where we've got a lot of pretty decent units. All of you guys need to fall back and link up with this guy. Because Menfar can be the general leader over there. You can have some moot keepers because they're ready. So we've got a pretty decent army here, actually. That unit of moot keepers is a veteran unit. Can they be renamed? You can rename units, can't you? No, you can't rename units. What am I talking about? Okay, so Alkflud. We've got 2,000. We've got a couple of units being built. Why don't we get... Oh, Foresters of Halef. Oh, they are good. They are a decent unit. We'll take them. Okay, so in Bregnas it looks like they've reformed. Captain Korgol is bringing... some Dunlendings, because we're good at killing them. Let's take... We've got a load of reinforcements here as well that we can move up. You know what? Let's link these guys up and then bring them south, because they can just act as a little bit of a shield guard, because they won't break through these units. They're pretty decent, especially the Min. I have no idea how to pronounce that. 13-8-13 is pretty good. Frighten nearby enemy infantry with powerful charge. It's a shame they're not armour piercing. That is a shame. But we've got that going for us. So, Menfar, I think, is near enough ready to move back south. You can wait for those units, and then we can fling him back in that direction. Londangren, yes, you do actually have some reinforcements for him that I was training. Herot, I don't need to worry about. Londare, Siduri, Dunnarak. Yeah, that's it. You guys have got a decent enough garrison. Let's take these guys and move them up there. We do have decent garrisons, like, literally everywhere. Free upkeep for days. The economy is looking okay. It's balanced with the amount of units we've got out at the moment. And I really want all of these little armies to just come at us in one go against Mr. Herrick here with his triple gold Moot Keeper bodyguard. Not a great unit, but a lot better than what we're used to fighting with. We haven't got a lot of infantry in this army again. We got, what's that? 3 units of infantry with overwhelming amounts of archers, but they're extremely experienced units. Right, yes, Moot Lord Tramak. Whittle that down if you would be so kind. Oh, and Gondor are making their way back. Interesting. Because that is right, Isengard is fighting a free-front war at the moment. So, we've got 3 of the settlements under siege, and I think we only need Gund after that. I'm pretty sure. I don't think Isengard should have taken on a free front war. I think that was a bit of a mistake. They shouldn't have been cutting down all of our forests. Bad. Bad Isengard. Saruman fears our wrath. But for the next series, I'm going to cut out the turn ends, I think. It's on my sort of radar to start doing that. Because, I don't know, it just doesn't... I don't feel the turn ends are great, and I feel like cutting them out would make my videos a little bit better. Let me know what you think. What do you think? Should I cut out the turn ends? I think I should. Okay, they have grouped all their forces up into one sort of solid mass. There's 2 armies dotted around that we're having to deal with. Ah, Bree. Bree is under siege. Well, la-dee-da. I can pump out a couple of units down here that are at least decent. I like the design, by the way, of the dragon boats. They're cool. I imagine, is that just straight from Med 2? It looks like it's straight from Med 2, but either way, I like Viking sort of ship design. Right, we've got this extra army. Shall we send it along the roads here? Menfar is back for revenge. Yes, we've got this place down to... What's that? That's down to... Yeah, 1 turn. Oh, is that... No. Wait, Nags? No way. But Saruman doesn't have the ring, so how do they have them? Does the AI just get them anyway? Oh, that is really cool. 14, 12... I mean, this unit is really good. They are awesome. Yeah, that's a cool unit. Hopefully they don't rise up against us and I can just kill them in their little town there. Captain Gorzug. Right, so let's just see how the auto-resolve looks over here. Because I don't really want to fight this. Oh, sorry. Let's assault it. So we've got Shaktir, who's got not a lot. Got a couple of units, but nothing sort of mind-blowing. Mootlord Tremak is a much better commander. Let's see if we can't just win this. No, apparently we can't. Okay, I'm going to siege it then, because I don't want to fight a siege battle. Because if we can sort Karas out, we've got a couple of armies up there that we can use to move on Gund while we sort that business out. We've got armies besieging them across a wide front. There's no need to rush it. Okay, we'll let that go then. We'll keep sort of sorting that out. If they were to go under siege, how long would it take to wipe them down? 6 turns. Not long. That's not too bad. Oh, and I can bring you guys up, actually. Let's put you... Let's put you directly behind our general.
Yes, my lord.
And then, what's the unit that we don't like in here, if any? Is there anything that could be better played? Yeah, you. And what else? I mean, could take out... Well, actually, the River Swordsman, to be honest, would be better placed out of there and then replaced with the Moot Keepers. So Doldef's got a very elite army over here. This is our best army. I mean, it makes sense because I'm probably going to use him to march on their capital of Eisenrun. And that is a fancy helmet. That Orc's got a lovely helmet. Look at him with his cute little metal helmet. He probably thinks he's amazing. Hopefully we can chase down Captain Crimp. Right, let's bang out another turn. I do want to get rid of that rebel army outside of Farbad as well, but it's just, I mean, it's such a it's just no point, like, fighting them. It's just going to be a waste of resources. And it costed me like 700 gold a turn in Farbad, but I just don't think it's worth it to clear them out. And I'm sorry if you can hear that background noise. I think someone's hoovering or sawing. It's a Sunday, and that's what people in the UK do, apparently. They saw stuff in their back garden. Bingo! Oh, look at this guy. Okay, so Captain Crimp brings himself and a pretty major army. So what are we looking at? Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, very good, sorry. These guys look impressive stats-wise, as do these. So, dangerous, easy, easy, handleable, handleable, mid-tier, not much archers, 2 units, and then Ugluk from the town. So they're coming from... They're both coming from sort of in front of me, so I can fall back a little bit. Lord Ugluk is a level... What level is he? He's a high level, let's leave it at that. Level 10. It's got a force that isn't great. I mean, the Berserkers are good. The Wargs will be useful. The Beast Hunters are good. Again, not got much by the way of archers. And he does have annoyingly have a ballista. But we have some war wagons. We have some cavalry. So we can probably shut that down. Anyway, I'm going to call it an episode here, and then in the next one we will fight this battle outside of Bregnas, hopefully take it, and then it will free up some extra forces to maybe move on the capital of Isengard, Eisenrun. Or I can leave a decent enough garrison there, and then swing this army south to move on to Gund, because yeah, we don't want Gondor to take it. That's the moral of the story. We need to rush it. So let's, I think, jump on into this in the next one. Thanks again for watching. Bye bye.